Alright, we are back with some more Alistar in about a Grandmaster level game. So this game we got Ezreal Alistar versus Kai'Sa Blitz. So we're pretty happy with our lane matchup right now. And in draft, kind of the same thing that I always end up talking about happened. Okay, we're just walking in. Alright, sure. I'll explain it in a little bit. Oh boy, walking back out like this is so dangerous because they have blitz, so they very well could have invaded themselves. Especially considering we didn't see anybody, it could totally have happened. But anyways, we had already locked in Ezreal, and they had already locked in Kai'Sa by the time I was picking my champ. I didn't see the enemy support by the time I picked Alistar, but Braum was banned. I would have picked Braum. For two reasons. They had Graves, Syndra, Kai'Sa, and all of those Braum is good into all of those champs, and it also all of them imply that the enemy team really wants to have some kind of tank engager, and Braum Ezreal is super super good into any kind of champ that they could pick in that situation. But Braum was banned, so the next best thing I thought was to just go Alistar. And they picked Blitz, so I'm definitely not sad about what happened. Whatever. I'll just W her out because I can. We see Graves. He died level 1, so he's a really late start. The only time he can ever even possibly gank bot lane is like very soon. I don't anticipate that he would. That would be very crazy. But Ezreal is great into Blitz. Alistar, good into Blitz as well. As the game goes on, Alistar kind of just isn't a target for Blitz to hook anymore. So for that reason, it's quite nice. Okay, if Kai'Sa would have let me combo her there, I would have. But now I have to be a little careful of Blitz hook because it's up by now. Just really don't want to get hooked under tower. And slowly poking them out is going to work great for us. And if Blitz ever throws his hook, then I can look to combo. But until then, I don't really need to rush anything. Just playing nice and easy. And... oh, be careful, be careful. Nice, good poke. I really, really love this rune setup for Alistar right now. Glacial with the sorcery secondary to go the move speed, but you have Hex Flash and you have the utility of Glacial. Just feels super nice. So right now, the main reason why I'm not looking to trade a little bit harder is just because Blitz is never hooking. He's keeping his hook up permanently, so it's a little... it decentivizes me from comboing in, for sure. Okay. Now with Blitz hook down, we can be a little bit more careless, but even still, they're just under their tower, so it's a little, not much is going on. We see Graves. Oh my god. That's really unlucky. One tower shot is not too big of a deal. The real problem is Ezreal is completely out of mana. We gotta be quite careful. Okay, Blitz flashed in, Kai'Sa flashed out. Oh my. Okay. Uh-oh. Are we out, Graves, just like that? Nice. We're actually out, and our wave is fine. Our wave's not great. All our creeps are 1 HP. That kind of sucks, but it's okay. Oh man, I think I just have to go Swifties. They're too good. Another thing about this build, yeah, our wave like was weird. It was not too bad, but all of the enemy creeps were actually 1 HP. So that was a bit annoying. Even though we lived against Graves' gank there, it would have been nice to shove out the wave. I have to be a little careful. Blitz is probably going to be around here, if I had to guess. Okay, he's not. Okay. And here's some of the power of Swifties. I'm just faster. I'm just faster than Graves and Syndra in that situation. I think I can help this guy shove out his wave. This is just insanely good for the game. Insanely good for the game. And Ezreal's safe by himself. Got the Syndra, got her flash. Even get the Graves. And you guys can see some of the power of this rune setup in the build that I'm going. I get the 2% move speed, I get the celerity move speed, the Nimbus Cloak move speed. Anytime I use Hex Flash or Ignite, it speeds me up so much, and I prioritize early Boots of Swiftness as much as I can. And then I build towards Trailblazer, and it's just such a powerful build. Okay, looking at Kai'Sa here. And there we go. I mean, we're just taking over the game. It's so crazy. I'm so fast. I have so much utility. And in the early game, really the only downside of these runes is you do have to play a little bit careful in the early game, because that's when you're at your most vulnerable. But you're actually, as the game goes on, this build makes you harder and harder to kill than any other Alistar build. Because if you think about it and you imagine that I just have like Aftershock and I build Locket, which is fine, like a reasonably normal build. I'm a little tankier for an initial moment in a fight, but for an extended duration of a fight, I'm not really all that tanky at all. Because I get my bursts of tankiness, and then I don't have the ability to like kite out a play or anything like that, because I'm just a big, slow meatball. But with this build, I get all my abilities off, and I'm already innately so tanky as Alistar. That the bonus move speed that this build gives me is just so ridiculously valuable. Where is this Blitz actually going? I think he's... Oh wow, he's here. This guy's crazy. I'm walking towards Ezreal here, just in case Kai'Sa decides to ult. Okay. Because if I dove on Kai'Sa and then she dove on Ezreal, then I would be kind of out of luck. So I just have to go on Blitz there. I don't really want to do too much like game flipping by diving Kai'Sa, but maybe they're going to force me here. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. I think the actual reason why Kai'Sa lived there is Ezreal missed his W before we dove. I could have just kited it out and lived, which I probably certainly should do, but I kind of felt committed to killing the Kaisa if I was gonna make the initial dive. That's okay. That was a bit of a poor decision, limit test kind of thing. I should have just listened to myself and not done any of that. Sweet. Okay. Alrighty then. The Syndra just made sure to die as well. I like that. Okay. Let's see. Kaisa is alone here, but not really. I can't just outright dive her without my ulti. Oh, hello. Yeah, that would have been a pretty bad mistake if I committed to anything there. I was feeling a little suspicious about that. Back up. Their jungler's bot side, wasting his time, and we know Blitz's bot side as well. Blitz is actually super low, and Graves is leaving bot side. So I think we push in this wave, and I have ulti, and we can do something. The thing is, they don't see me right now, so they might not be suspecting a dive, because I'm just standing out of vision. But I want Ezreal to push, and then we can threaten something. If Blitz stays, we can certainly dive him. We can, at the very least, push the Kaisa away. I'm not so sure that Ezreal has the damage to just outright kill Kaisa, though, and I don't want to give her another shutdown. Okay, I have my item, so I'm just gonna leave. Get my base off, and then another part of the build is going Slay, because on Alistar, you don't need Celestial opposition. You're already Alistar and are the tankiest champ ever. And the Slay is just even more ridiculous utility with move speed and a little bit of healing for yourself and allies. I'm running at these guys, though. This is crazy by them. Okay, whatever. They had some ward somewhere. Zin has the Umbral Glaive, and it detected a ward. Kind of looking at Syndra here. But Alistar, or not Alistar, Caston's not really in a spot to follow up yet. Oh, okay. I think I just stole his cannon. I kind of forgot I already don't have any stacks. That is worth it. It's not the greatest use of Alistar ult, though. I could have threatened the Syndra just the same without ulting. I think would have been a lot better. Okay. Could have been pretty bad to get hit by that hook. Okay, just a nice chunk. As you guys can see, I'm so fast that it's like kind of hard for them to really punish me much. Okay. I got all my damage and CC off here, so I'm not going to waste any more of my utility. Syndra has no flash. Kiting in and out of the situation is just so OP. And if I had my ulti there, by the way, that would have just been so much more free, but even still, it was pretty free. as you guys can see, top lane is going... Top lane is... something's going on for sure, but it's just a Warwick. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Poppy's just been getting solo killed on repeat. Wanted to check our red. I didn't want Warwick to be soloing it or anything. Let's see. The next objective is top side of the map. And my Ezreal and I can play for their top tower, so I want to get... top side vision. I don't want to mess with that guy, though. Not alone, at least. Okay. Okay, I think Ezreal is just kind of inting. Oh my. That's crazy. Okay, I'm trying to stand between Graves and my carries. Not too bad. I didn't play that too poorly. It started with Ezreal getting super caught, so considering it ended that way is not bad at all. Just gonna hit this tower with Ezreal. Okay, very nice. I'm gonna get my base off. Honestly, with the gold that I have and the items that I have, I think I'm gonna actually increase my Swifties. Gain 4% total move speed. That's crazy, actually. I'm gonna be so fast. I think Blitz is, I can just do this to him. Wow, really? Surprising that I am not stunning him there. Once again, surprising that he's not stunned there, but whatever. Obnoxious. Okay. We're fighting on the top side of the map 4v5. Just, what are you doing, man? Oh. I'm healing. Oh, come on. Hello? Guys? This guy? Really? Did we not forget she existed or something? I mean, whatever. They're really gonna use Syndra ult, Kai'Sa ult, Ignite, everything on me like that. And we still win the fight in a 4v5 that Poppy inted to start off. I'll take it. It's fine. Just leave, please. Silly solo plays are unnecessary. Just go farm. Man, I thought I actually saved myself with the plant too. And I did. That's the thing, is I did save myself with it. Like, why do they feel the need to die there? I will never, ever, ever be able to explain that to you. People just gotta make their solo plays in solo queue. People must run it down. I think those minions might actually see me if I was standing there like that. Okay, another int for no reason at all. I like it. I like it, guys. This game is truly unlosable. Unless we literally are just begging to lose, which, you know, could always, could totally happen. It's solo queue, so. I'll just ignite this guy for the, well, actually, I do not need that for the assist. I already healed the Kassadin with my passive. Games like this are satisfying, but also a little frustrating in that, oh, I was gonna say, they're a little frustrating because the game should already be over if we play a little bit cleaner, and nobody's time would be wasted, and it could just be nice and wrapped up in a little bow, just perfect. It's an awesome game, but people start getting like very disrespectful of the enemy team and just trying to make stupid solo plays and running it down. That's just the solo queue classic, so whatever. It still turned out great. Enemy team FF'd to help us along there. But you guys can see, I mean, just the ridiculous power of Alistar. We had a good matchup. I don't know why their support picked Blitz. It was a terrible pick into Alistar Ezreal. Just awful, but such a bad pick by them. Um, but yeah, I mean, what a great game. What a great game from our side. So I'm happy about that one. Let me know what you all think. Always appreciate the feedback, and I will see you all next time.